Alright, just getting this set up. Gonna share the stream in a couple places and then get going here. Just getting this set up. Share this in a couple places, and then get going. Gonna test out the console mod we got today. This is one of the most highly anticipated console mods that we've had to date. Can't believe it actually came out on consoles. It's kind of surprising. But this nice old school Bronco crawler. It's a beautiful looking mod from Invalid Redneck. Who we got joining in the stream here? I see a couple likes already on there. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. Alright, let's get this going here. I'm excited to try this thing out. Anyone else try this out yet? LW Stevens, thanks for joining the stream. Hope you're doing well. I'm doing alright, just getting home from work, did a few chores. Got the dishes done and crap, and now we're gonna check out this new mod. Always turn off the motion blur and film grain. Yeah, this new mod is fantastic. Absolutely beautiful. And it's got nice simple setup for the options. It has very limited options, which I believe the console mod creator has done to help allow it to take up less RAM so it can make it onto consoles. Hey there, Ian. Thanks for joining the stream, buddy. Good to see you. Yeah, let's get this going. I got this one right here. I'll recover it just to show you. I got it. It just has one engine option, one gearbox option, one suspension option. They give you a few different tire options that are real sweet. Each of them are the same size. Nothing wrong with that. And I did not have the autonomous winch on there, so I'll put that on. It has a couple antennas, a nice canopy, and a toolbox in the back that gives you 1,000 repair and fuel points, which is great. A rear winch with a few more repair points and whatnot. But let's take this thing out for a cruise. Yeah, it really is just such a good looking mod. Sounds fantastic. Looks like it has a built-in like exhaust slash snorkel on the top of it here. I like taking new mods around this little trail that loops around the garage here on Black Badger Lake. It's a nice little testing course in a way for scout vehicles at least. Yeah, this thing is living up to the expectation and just being a monster off-road. Hey Kiwi, thanks for joining in the stream, dude. Good to see you. Hope you're having a good week. Yeah, this thing is a monster off-road. It's awesome. Already enjoying it very much. It's exciting that this actually made it through the approval process. Apparently, from the PC version that everyone was looking forward to, all he had to do was take a couple badges off and really just change the name for it. And it was able to make it through the approval process for consoles, which is good sign for future mods of this type. Shows what the mod creators have to do to be able to make it through the approval process for consoles. Yeah, this thing just looks good from every angle. Such a pretty scout. Yeah, definitely gonna put it through its paces. I mean, it just doesn't disappoint. It's quick. It's got a crazy grip. Doesn't lose speed. Yeah, this thing's a monster. This will definitely be a heavily used scout. This thing's going to skyrocket through the downloads. Everyone's going to want this thing. Looks like the light bar doesn't light up, but that's okay. But God, it looks good. This has definitely been one of the most highly requested mods. People have been asking about this since the launch of console mods and even before then, wondering if mods like this would make it to consoles, and it's very exciting that we actually got it now. We had a slow day yesterday with nothing getting released, so we weren't sure if we'd get anything today or what we would get today, and all we got was this one mod, nothing else updated. But we got this one mod that certainly makes up for getting nothing yesterday. It makes sense that the developers have slowed down the release of mods for consoles considering the limitations and the restrictions that have been put in place with the recent patches. It's definitely frustrating, but if you do a little personal troubleshooting yourself, you're able to figure out a certain combination of mods that will work. There are mods that take up about 90% of the RAM, or can take up to about 90% of the RAM, and then not allow you to use other mods with it. But like this mod, I was not able to activate the Red Charger or the Delta pickup with it, but I was able to activate like the CCM 9310. I was able to activate the Titan trial truck from Zidon. I was able to activate the GGMS electric conversion kit with it. So, I mean, you can have other mods with it, but this is definitely one of the ones that will take up a little bit more of the RAM compared to others. Any mods that are fully custom vehicles built from the ground up will most likely fall in the category of taking up a lot of RAM, which is understandable considering it's a completely new truck built from the ground up, not something that was already in the game and just had some files modified on it. But really looking forward to the next patch that we get from the developers that is gonna supposedly increase the storage and hopefully the RAM as well, to allow us to use more mods simultaneously here on consoles. Oh man. So it's not the fastest, but it's kind of like the TUZ 420 in a sort of way where it's not going to be fast across everything as far as top speed, but it goes across terrain faster than a lot of other trucks. Like, it just does not get slowed down in that automatic gearbox like some of the other base game Scouts. So, I mean, it's definitely overpowered a little bit in some ways, but also not in some ways where you're not going to be pulling any trailers or anything with this. But man, this is a fun little Scout here. I fully support pure Scouts that can't pull trailers. I know some people don't like that, but there's definitely a time and place for mods that can pull trailers, and also a time and place for mods that cannot pull trailers. Love the exposed frame and no doors and everything. Like, everything about this is just what we've been wanting from console mods. For sure. Hope you guys are enjoying it. Anyone else that might be using it already, or anyone else that might be looking forward to playing the game later and might be checking out the stream to get a look at it. Hope you guys are able to download it and use it to your advantage. It is living up to every expectation I've had for it so far. Love the suspension travel. It's got good grip on the rocks here. I mean, I would hope, considering it is a crawler. Hey Jan, thanks for joining in the stream. Top-notch builds, thanks for joining in the stream. Hope you guys are having a good Wednesday, or no, Tuesday. What's today, Tuesday? I don't even know what day it is. I smoked a little bit of that magic lettuce and I'm starting to get forgetful. There's a reason I waited till just after 4:20 to start the stream up. Had to get mentally prepared to try and get on here and play some video games. Yeah, this thing just walks everywhere. Hasn't gotten slowed down by anything other than my poor driving skills. God, it looks so good. Yeah, it is Tuesday. Thanks, Kiwi, for confirming that for me, buddy. My short-term memory isn't that great, and then just trying to come up with just some sort of comment to put with the post when I'm sharing it, and then sharing it to multiple places, and then making sure I have my microphone turned on. All these things, getting the stream going and everything. I end up, you know, I'm spinning too many plates, and sometimes I overlook stuff, but it's whatever. If any of you guys have watched any of my other streams, I've been notorious for doing like a 2-hour stream, but the first hour I have the microphone muted like a dummy. Done that a few times, it's pretty hilarious. Well, not really hilarious, but in hindsight it's hilarious at least. Ooh, got a little squirrely there. Tried to just power through it right there and it just wasn't having it, but that's fine. Just gotta reset and try a different line. Oh, man. Yeah. Yeah, everyone is gonna love this thing. This is gonna get downloaded at 100,000 in no time. Everyone's gonna download this thing. Oh my god. Easy Dre Games, thanks for joining the stream, dude. Thanks for joining in for the first time. Good to see you. Hope you're having a good Tuesday. Just gonna open up a beverage here. Alright, let's go. I'm gonna take this basically around the whole map and probably the second map from Wisconsin too. Like I said, it's not the fastest, but it's really fast across all terrains. I might jump to like Amandra or like the Yukon or something after this, after driving around in Wisconsin for a little bit, just to see how it handles some snow. I think that'd be a fun mix-up. But like the way it's just cruising through this deep mud, I'm sure it'll handle snow pretty well. Looking forward to trying that out. That'll be fun. Yeah, this lap I'm doing right now around the map has kind of become a go-to for me for testing out new mods since Phase 3 went live. Just, you got a couple fun rock trails, cliffside trails that you can take, and then also a whole bunch of deep mud pits in between. Just great variation of terrain, which is why I love Wisconsin so much. I haven't really been playing any other maps since Phase 3 went live, and just been exploring these maps in Wisconsin here and just loving every second of it. Because I mean, everywhere you go, just you get great picturesque views. The terrain is very fun everywhere. Oh hell yeah, if you drop a like and subscribe, that mean a lot there, bud. Appreciate it. Trying to push to 400 subscribers. I'm a few away from that right now. Maybe one day I'll get to 500. That'd be cool. Been trying to do the streaming stuff a little bit more. I don't have as much time as I used to during the COVID days when they were really in full swing. I had more free time to play the game more, but just recently started doing the streaming stuff about like a month ago or so, and having more fun with it than I expected, so trying to do it more often. I don't have like a set schedule or anything like that for when I do streams, but just trying to do it more often, just because it's an easy way to get some content out there instead of editing all the videos like I have been in the past. Like, I do have over like 500 some odd videos on my channel here, and a lot of them are just primarily raw gameplay footage, with no like audio commentary or anything, just, you know, me playing the game. But just started doing some streams here for the fun of it. It's actually a great time. Got a bunch of you guys joining in the stream fairly regularly and getting to know you while we play the game and explore these maps and new mods together. And just really sharing the stoke of the SnowRunner atmosphere and community. I think I'm over in the corner now. Yeah, that's what I'm doing easy. I try and share them to the Facebook communities, because they really are such great communities of like-minded people. Almost everyone in the groups is a good like-minded person that enjoys the game for what it really is. You know, there are a few bad apples here and there, but it's Facebook. That's inevitable. Bobby Morrison, thanks for joining in the stream, bud. Hope you're having a good day. Just got out of work, did ya? Yeah, see if you can add the Bronco to the game without it deleting too much. Yeah, I ended up having to turn off the Delta pickup to turn this on. But I was basically able to keep all the same mods that I had on with the Delta pickup and then get this going. It does seem to be a little bit heavy on the RAM, but that makes sense considering it's a fully custom vehicle built from the ground up compared to a truck that is just like modified files. I don't even know where I'm going right now. I think I'm driving towards the water. Oh, those are train tracks down there. I have reached a dead end. Let's see if I can just send it off the cliff and get it on all four. Haha! Alright. I was thinking I might have to jump back to the garage and into one of the other versions of this, but I'll just drive this until it's out of gas, and then I'll jump in one of the other ones. Just doesn't get slowed down by anything. What the heck did I hit there? Just going over the rock? That's what happens when you try and do camera angles that look cool. You end up doing dumb things. So the snorkel doesn't really exist. So that's good to know. I sunk it. Well, that's why we have a few of them. I'll just recover it. I actually have a couple more out here ready to go. This one's got repair points and everything on it, so I'll be able to keep this one going for longer. But yeah, the little toolbox in the back there gives you 1,000 repair points and 1,000 fuel, and then the winch that you can add to the back here gives you another like 500 repair points also. So it has a solid amount of, you know, repair and refuel to keep you going for as long as you want. Really, as long as you have a winch point somewhat near you, you'll always be able to flip yourself back on all fours, in theory. It would be nice if he gave you an option to use that fine-tuned gearbox. I've been really enjoying that fine-tuned gearbox. I like that a lot, just for really regulating your wheel spin during low gear situations, but there's nothing wrong with the OG off-road gearbox. Let's see how it does through the whole massive swamp area over here. This big old swamp flooded out area really is a great test to see how vehicles handle this kind of terrain. Oh, and having absolutely no problem. Holy shit. Can't leave it in high because it'll create too much wheel spin, but damn. Yeah, this really is a beast of a Scout. I mean, I guess one of the only drawbacks is the lack of like a real legit snorkel on it, I suppose, but I'll have to double check the attachment options if I just didn't miss a snorkel or what. Anyone in the comments tried this out yet? Is there a snorkel option that I forgot to attach, or am I just stoned and forgetting? Oh boy. Yeah. Okay, Kiwi. Thanks for confirming, buddy. Appreciate that. So there is no snorkel. Kiwi in the comment section there confirmed that for me. So I mean, yeah, that's one downside, but hey, it's understandable. Nothing wrong with that. Not every vehicle needs to have every single attachment. That's just fine. There's nothing wrong with that at all. Yeah, this thing is just a beast everywhere. In a little while, after doing a little more exploring, I'll take this thing out to like Lake COVID or something. Put it through the paces in the deep snow. So maybe the light bar, no? Light bar doesn't, yeah, that light bar doesn't work on console, unfortunately. I know on PC that light bar lights up real bright, but oh well. That's why I'm playing single player, so I can keep some daylight on the screen for you guys. Anyone that is watching, again, I appreciate anyone that's hanging out in the stream. Hope you're having a good day. Feel free to drop a like and subscribe if you haven't already, that would mean a lot. Also, if you don't want to, don't. It's no worries. Really don't matter in the long run. Jesus. This thing really does just hammer through the deep mud. Because I've come through this section with other vehicles and they could just get absolutely bogged down, kind of like it is right now a little bit, but I mean, it is handling it really well compared to a lot of other vehicles. It is a fun little Scout, my god. The handling isn't too crazy, like, it's a short wheelbase Scout, which I've found some of the mods that are short wheelbase Scouts are kind of hard to control, and they almost turn from the center of the vehicle instead of like how the wheels are directing it, which is kind of weird. But this thing is an absolute beast. It's very easy to control. It's predictable. It's not like feeling out of control other than when I'm really going full speed, but it handles really well. And it's got just enough power and speed to never make it boring. Like, it definitely feels that sometimes it could be a little bit faster, but there's nothing wrong with it not being that little bit faster because it's just fast enough and has all the right elements to make it just so enjoyable. Yeah. This thing will definitely be something I stay subscribed to. I might not use it all the time, but this is one of those mods that will always be on my subscribe list for sure. Let's go this way. I love these trails in Wisconsin because nothing ever gets really insane. Like, they have some crazy mud pits and stuff like that, but for the most part, the trails and all the terrain are very mellow in some respects. So it just makes it fun all the time, instead of kind of like if you guys have played the Yukon. Like, the Yukon is fun, but it's almost like Imandra and like Tamir, where the developers just make it super thick, soupy mud that is just kind of almost a hindrance to enjoying the game, where they just make it hard to navigate through just for the sake of making it hard to navigate, where everywhere here in Wisconsin is just fun. Everywhere on the map is fun. There really isn't a boring area, at least in my opinion, in Wisconsin. Like, they're just really fun, well-made, and well-designed maps that just keep you entertained always. just sit here and watch the suspension do its thing. Oh, I haven't even tried the interior view. Oh, yeah. That looks good. Oh yeah, I really enjoy this interior view a lot. How many of you guys play on the interior view? Do you guys like the interior, or you guys primarily play third person? And I like, myself, I like to use interior view every now and then, but for the most part I prefer to use the third person view, I'm not gonna lie. You can just keep it completely floored through all of that. Whoa. This doesn't look like something I can keep it floored through. Man, love this interior view. Yeah, Bobby, you like third person? Kiwi, you guys like third person? Yeah. Yeah, primarily, I mean, it's so good being able to judge your angles and being able to see where your tires are at and everything. But there is something to be said about first person. First person has its time and place, especially now that we have these highly detailed interiors compared to the MudRunner days when we just had the black dashboard generic for every single truck. Where even am I? I don't even know where I am. I'm just driving around. Man, this thing looks so good. I can't believe we actually got this on consoles. I'm so happy for everyone on consoles who keeps complaining and bitching about all the stuff we don't have that PC has. And then boom, we get this. Like, it might take a little while, but we will eventually have, not all, but we'll have a lot of the quality mods on PC, as long as the creators of those mods make the necessary changes like Invalid Redneck did for this Bronco here. Because around the time console mods got released, he was saying he was not going to bring this to consoles unless he had a positive experience with another mod or other mods that he does release. And after he released that red Charger like a week or two ago and had a very good response, he then uploaded this like right after the red Charger went live on consoles. He uploaded this version of the 1969 Bronco, which is a console only version. So it just points to the fact that he'll bring other mods of his, which he has a bunch of other awesome mods that he now just is going to convert to consoles and then be able to hopefully bring them to consoles as well, which will just completely add to the variety and quality of the mods that we have on consoles, because he really is one of the best mod makers. And supposedly, for folks that do care, Invalid Redneck is a friend and is a teammate of Froggy, the creator that got banned a little while back. And supposedly Invalid Redneck here, he's going to be bringing back the Dodge Ram that got taken down of Frogs. So Invalid Redneck has re-uploaded that Dodge Ram, and it's just basically awaiting approval. But supposedly we will be seeing the Dodge Ram come back in some way, shape, or form. So hopefully that happens sooner rather than later, because everyone wants that. We only had that Dodge Ram for one day, and everyone loved it. It was a great mod. I used it myself that night when it went live, and it was a very enjoyable truck. And it's just a shame that that whole situation had to go down the way it did. But eventually, Frog will just start up another account, supposedly, and he'll upload more of his mods in the future that way. But in the meantime, he has been giving some of his mods to other mod creators that he knows to re-upload so that people will be able to enjoy them in due time. God, this thing really is a beast. This is when you start driving over stuff just because you think you can. Like, when the truck just gives you the confidence that it's just going to crawl through and over everything, you just start doing dumb stuff that seems unrealistic. And then as I say that, I roll it. I've had a pretty good run so far without rolling stuff, I'm not gonna lie. I feel pretty decent about that. Fucking 500 winch points. Oh no, am I really not gonna... See, I don't understand why the quick winch system isn't more logical. It just doesn't make any sense. There we go. Like, even the quick winch system in MudRunner made more sense than the quick winch system does here in SnowRunner. It's so silly. But they have to just get rid of all the stupid little sticks and twigs and everything that you're able to winch to that'll just break or move as soon as you winch to it. Like, there's just no point for those to even be options. There just really is not. Yet, for some reason, the developers made that a priority. It's so weird. Oh, top notch! Thanks, dude! Crack 400 with you? That means a lot. I'm gonna remember your name. I appreciate you. Thank you so much. Hey there, Light 20 Shepherd 44. Thanks for joining the stream. Hope you're having a good day. Hanging out here, trying out the brand new console mod. It's called the FD-69 TTC from Invalid Redneck. If you recognize that name of the mod creator, he gave us the red charger about a week ago, or it was maybe 2 weeks ago now, but yeah, this is another mod from Invalid Redneck. He's on the TNB crew. If you recognize that moniker TNB, it's one of the best mod maps that's out there, the TNB Trails. I can't remember the name of the specific creator of that map. It's escaping my brain right now, but Invalid Redneck is a very talented mod creator. He's been around forever, and he's friends with like Froggy and all them. But they're a great crew of mod creators that have just some of the best quality mods you'll find on console and on PC. But yeah, I can't believe we actually got this on consoles. I know I've said that a few times now for you guys that might be still watching the stream, but I'm just kind of blown away that we're actually starting to get mods of this quality and this caliber on consoles, because realistically in the lead up to console mods we were hearing about all the restrictions and how they'll have to be look-alike knockoffs like GTA does and everything, and these still are in a way, but the quality is still there where it just looks so good and you can tell what it's supposed to be, but it's quote-unquote not. what it's supposed to be at the same time. Yeah, Kiwi, those useless winch points, man. I hear you, bud. It's one of my least favorite things. Like when you go to winch to something and you get a little stick, but there's a tree right there next to it. But all the winch wants to do is get the stick next to the tree. It's so dumb. But yeah, top-notch builds. I appreciate it, brother. It means a lot. I'm not able to stream as much as I would like. I don't necessarily have like a set schedule or a stream daily. But I've been trying to do it at least like once a week if I can. I might be able to build in a more like regimented schedule someday, but it's just not quite in the cards right now where I work so much. And right now it's winter here in Maine, so I've been snowboarding as much as possible while we have the snow that we have. It's been kind of a shit winter as far as getting snow to go snowboarding, so it makes it tough to not go on the weekends because we're just making the best of what we got. They've been making snow up at the mountains with the snowmakers and everything like that. It's just not the same as real powder, but we had a good powder day last week and me and my girlfriend got up there and were able to enjoy it. So the time I would be playing this game, I've actually been getting outdoors and enjoying my life, which has been a nice change from the COVID life, but it is what it is. That's the best part about video games, though. You can have content come out and then it'll just always be there for you at a later time. You can take this thing anywhere and have fun. Like, would you guys be opposed? I know I hate changing maps and regions and stuff like that, but you guys watching the stream, would you be okay with me jumping to like a Mandra or the Yukon or something? Give this a little bit more aggressive terrain to test it out in. I think that'd be pretty fun to see how this does in the deep snow of like the Kola Peninsula, like Lake COVID and Amandra or something. Just see how it can do handling that shit. Even the Yukon, man, like the deep mud in the Yukon is just insane. It's like nothing else in the game. Alright, take care, top notch. Oh shit, that's what I get for looking at the stream while driving. Yeah, take care. Yeah, I mean, you're right, Kiwi. It is my stream. I can do what I want, but just the thing with streaming, you know, if people are watching, I want it to be something entertaining on the screen, and like doing a loading screen. You know, I don't want to, you know, turn people off to watch it just because it's like you join into a stream to watch it, and then boom, you're sitting there watching the loading screen do nothing for like a minute and a half, 2 minutes, because I'm on PlayStation 4 here, so I don't have fast loading times at all. God, this thing is a monster. It is so much fun. Yeah. Just trying to keep it floored going downhill without hitting something. Eventually you run into something. This thing is stable though. You can tell with the wide wheelbase and kind of the way that the mod creator balanced it. As soon as it's on his tires, it is so stable. It's crazy. Yeah, 1,000 points of repair and 1,000 fuel. Like, you can keep this thing going for hours. Provided you don't roll it over like I have been. That's what happens when you're quote-unquote testing something, right? You're pushing the limits, you're gonna roll it, you're gonna crash it. love the suspension on this thing, I really do. Just glides over everything. It actually has really good grip on the rocks. Like as soon as you hit that E-brake, it just comes to a full stop. Alright, that's a good point, Bobby. I appreciate that, man. That's good perspective. Yeah, and I appreciate you guys that keep coming back regularly when I've been doing these streams. It means a lot. It really does. Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and go through with that. I'm gonna recover the ones I have. And I'm gonna jump. Let's go. I've been talking about snow, so let's go Lake COVID here. And give me a chance to smoke a little bit. And I'll play around in the snow for a little while. Which you guys are excited for Phase 4? I know we got Phase 3 recently, but who's excited for Phase 4 and what we could get there, huh? The data mining and MapRunner seem to be pointing to us getting at least a new Russian region, which will be fun. Wow, that didn't take long at all. There we go. Alright, let's see how she handles the deep snow of the Kola Peninsula, huh? Oh, like nothing. Like nothing. Loading time really didn't take nearly as long as I thought it would. You like that, Bobby? That was unintentional. Sometimes you just let gravity and inertia take over. Man, this thing is the definition of a crawler. Holy shit. I don't think I've ever had a vehicle get around Lake COVID this easily. Which some people will point to this making it like an overpowered mod and blah blah blah. Sure, I get it, but at the same time, it's nice to be able to get around these maps with some speed and not feel like you're getting bogged down and taking 10 minutes just to get from point A to point B. But even with the TUZ 420, I've never really gotten around this map this fast. Oh, that's not going to end well when I take off that e-brake. That is, that's really no way not to roll. I'm going to smoke about it real quick and then see what happens. Yeah, see, there it goes. Yeah, I don't even have to take the e-brake off. Just fuck it. Ah, not, not quite enough. Shit. I like these tires, the third option down, the TSL SX Mega. Just something aggressive about those tires. I like it. Like the big, chunky, like almost every other outside nub missing. Just makes it look like really somewhat more aggressive in a way. I like the look of that. I'm gonna go recover the truck I just fucking flipped. Yeah, see, yeah, you know exactly what's up, Bobby. I'm just such a big fan of these tires because they're just something different from the base game. Like, it just gets kind of boring have the same tires on every single truck in the base game. Surprised it doesn't take more suspension damage going over all this stuff. Still have to be careful. Can't go over it at full speed, then I will take suspension damage, but a little tap of the e-brake, then crawl over, you'll be good all day. Yeah, we're on the breakable ice. Well, it was a good test, I guess. It doesn't have studded tires as an option. Just stopped in place there. At least get this. I need to always have one that isn't stuck, and then I can always have it as an option to jump into, and then save the other. But I want to see how this does, trying to go at speed across the breakable ice. So I guess if you keep the momentum up, it'll just go right over it. This thing would be crazy to have studded tires on. Oh man, they would be so faster here. Yep. I knew keeping it in high gear wouldn't be a bad idea eventually. It's trying, it just doesn't have enough grip. Oh well. That's why in single player you can still have the buddy system. Now as long as this one doesn't get stuck in the ice going across. Hello. I don't know why I'm kind of surprised this is doing so well on this map, but I've never had an experience on these maps that is this aggressive. Like generally when I've been playing these maps, it's always a slog going through this deep mud or the deep snow and everything. But I mean, this thing is just a powerhouse. It just claws through the deep snow like nothing else I've ever driven on these maps. Granted, I haven't been back to the Kola Peninsula as much as I have some of the other new maps like the Yukon and Wisconsin since console mods have come out. But good lord, this thing just absolutely is walking through everything here in the Kola Peninsula out here on Lake Covid. It really is a great rock crawler, holy cow. Oh shit. This is crazy. Hey there, Iron Guy 19. This is on consoles. I'm playing on PS4 right now, buddy. This is a brand new console mod that just went live today. That's why I decided to do the stream, so I could test it out for myself and then share it with the community. Show folks that we actually have mods of this quality and this caliber on consoles now. It is fairly surprising that we actually got this, but not gonna question it, just gonna enjoy it. But yeah, I'm playing on PS4 and it is available on Xbox as well. It is basically the same exact version of the PC model that was the original model of the mod, but the creator just took the Ford badge off and then changed the name, so it doesn't have Ford or anything like that on it anywhere. And as far as I know, that's basically all he had to do, and then it got approved for consoles. Man, even without studded tires, this thing is going through the ice river. Not bad. As soon as I say that. It's always as soon as you get comfortable, this game will come and bite you. No, I'm not joking, Iron Guy. I'm on PS4 right now. I downloaded it on my Xbox and on my PS4. But it went live this morning at about like 10:30 or like 11 a.m. East Coast. But yeah, I only play on consoles. I do not play the game on PC. So if you see any footage from me, any gameplay footage or anything like that, it is all console gameplay. Yep, see, Bobby can confirm. Kyle, thanks for joining the stream. Haven't seen your name before, buddy. Thanks for hanging out. Appreciate you stopping by. If anyone is new to my channel here, I primarily do just like raw gameplay footage and stuff like that, different little test drives and stuff. But I've just started doing the streaming thing here a little bit more. I don't have set schedules or anything like that, but just doing it occasionally when I can, or if some new content comes out. But feel free to do a like and subscribe if you feel so inclined. But yeah, hope you're having a good Tuesday hanging out here, and hopefully you'll be able to get on your console soon and also enjoy this awesome new mod that we got. It is made by Invalid Redneck, who also recently put out the Red Charger, if you know that console mod. It's a beautiful little old school Ram, but he called it a Red Charger instead of a Ram Charger, and pretty much that's all he had to do with taking off the badges, and then it got onto console, just like this one. Invalid Redneck also has quite a few other mods that he will be modifying from their PC version to then bring them over to consoles as well. But there's no real timeline or anything for stuff like that. I feel like the developers have slowed down the release of mods with all the restrictions and everything, which makes sense. And then after we get the patch in about 2 weeks or 3 weeks, it should be out. And then after that, we'll start to see increase in mods being released during the week. But we already have over 100, which is amazing, so we have plenty of variety. And even with the restrictions, everything is basically usable. You just have to pick and choose. The only real downside is some mods you're not able to use together. But hopefully once they change the restrictions, we'll be able to start using some of these higher quality and higher RAM usage mods together, which would be really nice. Yeah, this thing is living up to every expectation and more. I mean, the only real downside, it doesn't have studded tires, which is, you know, whatever, really don't matter. Still handles itself really well. In areas that it does get stuck, it just makes sense that it got stuck. Thank you, Kyle. Much appreciated, man. See what I mean? It's just, what other little scout vehicles, 4x4 even, handle the Kola Peninsula and Lake COVID like this? Like, it's just kind of crazy. And, you know, I know some people would complain saying that it's overpowered and blah blah blah, but I mean, if it's a mod, overpowered isn't really a worry. Like, mods are supposed to be ridiculous and overpowered. And at the same time, you can regulate the experience, not with this one per se, but most other mods. You have engine options that allow you to give you more of a traditional game experience, or have engines that are super crazy and overpowered for the time and place that you want to have that. This mod is a little bit different, where you only have one engine, one gearbox, and one tire size, one suspension size. So this mod is more one setup in a way, compared to being able to, like I just said, enable that like more vanilla experience if you want it, or have it overpowered. But I think that was in effort to have this mod not take up as much RAM, which has clearly been one of the issues so far with the recent patch that added in the restrictions. So if that's a sign of some things that future mod creators are going to have to do to limit the RAM, that's actually kind of good. And especially when it comes to like the tires, because if anyone in here has used mods at all, or you played this game at all, you know the tire selection process is just stupid on consoles, where it takes like 2 minutes to scroll through the tires just to get the tire you want. So if mod creators are just able to, you know, have a certain select amount of tires and certain select other options to just minimize the amount of files in the game, or minimize the amount of files in the mod itself, it should allow it to take up less RAM in theory. So I think that's one thing that allowed this mod creator, Invalid Redneck, to put this new mod that came out today that looks as beautiful as it is, and is clearly a complete mod built from the ground up and is highly complex, doing things like giving it limited options where it might kind of not allow you to regulate your experience from a more overpowered to a vanilla type experience. It allows us to have highly detailed mods like it is, and look as high quality as it is, but use less RAM because it has fewer other options that just take up the amount of data that the game needs to use, and the requirements of the system just to run it with the game running. So I think we might see a trend of other mod creators taking this same approach and limiting the amount of attachments and the amount of upgrades that people can put on the vehicles, just so that they can have more of their mods on consoles and then take up less RAM, because it'll work out for everyone, from the developers to the mod creators and us as the users, to have mods that take up less RAM, because that is clearly the #1 issue. Hey there, All-Star. Thanks for joining in. Yee Gamer 55. Thanks for joining in, dude. Just hanging out, trying out the new FD-69 TTC from Invalid Redneck. I'm gonna check out a manager here for a little bit, but then I'll probably shut the stream down in like 15 minutes or so. Gonna make some dinner. Marshall Lane, hope you're still in the stream. I just seen you in the comments there saying hi. Thanks for joining in the stream. Hope you're having a good day. I'm going to take this through this deep snow patch here. If anyone knows Imandra, you know this snow patch right across from the tunnel entrance here has always been a bitch. And like everything else, it's not really having too much of an issue. It's actually, now as I say that, getting slowed down, but it'll make its way no problem. Or at least it should. I mean, this is some of the deepest and soupiest snow that we got in the game. It's kind of funny, yeah, as I say that, it comes to basically a complete crawl and stop. I mean, it's so deep, these tires are buried, it's just digging the chassis into the ground. Well, it's not as overpowered as it seemed. There are still areas that will get this thing. And I like that. I was hoping it would actually have an issue getting through this area. A little winch never hurt nobody. The way it was handling everything else on the last map, I thought I'd be able to get through there no problem, but it's good to know that there are still areas that this thing won't be able to just walk its way through. Well, apparently we're going this way. The ice just sent me off the road. I had to take a involuntary detour. Oof. Right into the pole. I was looking over at the comments. That's why sometimes you just have to play the game instead of looking at the comments and trying to respond. Oh yeah, I haven't even unlocked this yet. Oh, I still have to unlock the garage over here. Ugh. I'm not gonna do that, but I will. I'm gonna go over here and get this watchtower. This is my mod playthrough. I just set up a playthrough and went and got like max money, so I'd never have to worry about money on the playthrough, and so I can just use mods on the base game maps and not have to worry about that. I still have my legit playthrough with no mods ever used on it, where I beat the game, that I'll use every now and then when I want to do stuff without mods. But if I'm going to play with mods, I wanted to have a game save that I didn't have to ever worry about the money, so I went over onto co-op and went into the Southwest Dunes sand map and got unlimited money. Basically, I got myself like $100 million just by doing the contracts over and over again, and got some easy money to never have to worry about it again. This playthrough, I haven't really done anything. I haven't got like any contracts done in Michigan, nothing. I've really only done stuff in like Wisconsin and the Yukon, since that's when mods came out. But it is a fully maxed out level, but that's because I glitched it on that map just so I could have a game save on these maps with no money, or with all the money I could ever want and not have to worry about it ever again, just to make it simple and easy. Because there are those issues where people have mods that go away to be updated and then they quote-unquote disappear from the mod browser, and then you're missing that money until that mod does come back. But when the mod comes back, you get that truck back in your storage and you never really lose the money. It's just temporarily gone because that truck is made unavailable when they're away being updated, which is a little bit weird, but it's the process we have to put up with for when mods get updated, unfortunately. Woof. Alright, finding some areas that I actually have to use low gear. I'm okay with that. These ice swamps, though, they're different than shit in like the Yukon and Tamir and stuff. And especially this thing not having studded tires. It's good to know that it can't just dominate every terrain that it goes across. That's why you just gotta get creative with the winch sometimes. Oh, it's front wheel drive when take off the all-wheel drive. Hey, would you look at that? That's interesting. Thanks for pointing that out, Iron Guy. That's cool. I would not have expected that. I just assumed it would be rear-wheel drive. That's kind of cool that it's front-wheel drive with the all-wheel drive off. Forgot how much I like these maps. I know a lot of people kind of complain about Amandra and like COVID, the deep snow and all that stuff, but I love these maps. Oh yeah, especially for like these areas. Oh my goodness. So much fun. And especially when you kind of compare these maps to like the first areas of like Michigan and stuff like that. Like, come on. Haha, nice. Those little ice slides can get you sometimes. I love these cliff trails. So much fun. I like that basically all the DLC maps have a version of these type of trails on them. Like Yukon has it. The Kola Peninsula here, they have it. And then you saw, if you were watching the stream earlier, Wisconsin has plenty of trails kind of like this. And I always find myself gravitating to these type of spots because they're just so much fun to drive on. And if you play the mod maps at all, what is it, TNB Trails? It's just all cliff trails and stuff like that. Oh yeah, Bobby, you just blow it out and then have the front end just dragging you along. This thing is a little beast. Let's climb up through here. Oh, shit. Yeah, again, the little toolbox in the back gives you 1,000 fuel, which is insane. And then the repair is also 1,000. So you can keep this little scout going for a long time as long as you can keep it on all fours and have winch points just in case you do flip over. But yeah, even without studded tires, this thing does really well here in Lake Covid and Amandra. Oh shit. Not even paying attention, I'm just keeping the throttle hammered down. Oh, this ice slide. Oh crap, I haven't cleared this roadblock yet. Yeah, again, like I was saying earlier, I haven't played through this game save yet on this map, so there's still roadblocks and stuff. But this thing looks like it can just crawl over it. I mean, if I had been smarter about it, I would have had that with no issue, but... There we go. That's why we love the autonomous winch. There we go, get a watchtower here. Starting to get a little Aurora Borealis above us. Hey there, SnowAir 2027, thanks for joining the stream. Hope you're having a good day. Just checking out this brand new console mod, putting it through the paces, brought it out here to Amandra. I had it in Wisconsin originally, and then jumped over here to the Kola Peninsula to see how it can handle the deep snow. And it does have areas that are a little bit too deep for it, but other than that, it is very, very capable. It is just going through everything. This is one of the reasons I love these maps, because it makes it actually fun to drive at night with the Aurora Borealis and everything above you in the sky. Like, it actually makes me enjoy playing the game, you know, and not changing it back to daylight as soon as it goes to nighttime. Just having that beautiful rainbow effect in the sky. I love the exposed frame on this thing. You got creepy eyes just sitting out in the middle of nowhere. Do you guys see that sitting over the blue line there? The creepy background eyes that pop up in the trees and stuff, just for some reason are floating in midair over there. That's kind of silly. But yeah, the Aurora Borealis just makes, that's what makes it. Alright, so the light bar does work, okay. But yeah, Aurora Borealis here in Amandra and Lake COVID. It's what makes these maps worth it. It's a beautiful touch from the developers, I love it. I thought there was... Alright folks, well, I think that's where I'm going to call it for the night. I'm going to go make some dinner. I appreciate everyone that hung out and watched the stream. Feel free to drop a like and subscribe if you have not already. I'll try to do some more streams here and there. But definitely check out this brand new console mod, the FD-69 TTC from Invalid Redneck. Highly, highly recommend it. Yeah, hope you guys have enjoyable Tuesday. Enjoy the rest of your week. I'll catch you guys around. Take care.